Structuring your food for optimal fat loss, meal planning for success. Hey guys, it's Lewis here from Physique Level Up, and in today's video, I'm going to explain easy fat loss alignments, easy fat loss goals when it comes to meal planning, and how to actually structure your week to win, feel like a champion, and make it very, very effortless. What we're going to use is intermittent fasting. We're going to use intermittent fasting if you are aiming to lose body fat. Once we apply intermittent fasting, it's going to be such an easy aspect for you to actually start losing body fat. The first variable we must focus on is not eating any food for 4 to 5 hours after waking up. The reason why we do this is to make sure that we're improving our insulin sensitivity, we are burning fat through your period, and you're going to make it very easy to control your calories throughout the rest of the day. If you start eating first thing after you wake up in a stressed state, it's going to be very difficult to adhere to. You're going to be hungry later on, and most likely you're going to spill over your calories. And then you're going to also have no calories left for the evening. So that's no going out for dinners, which isn't going to be sustainable. That's no eating as a family, which isn't going to be sustainable. That's no work events eating out. It's just not a sustainable approach. And if we apply intermittent fasting, it's such a powerful aspect to burn body fat. Such an easy tool to add into your daily routine. So when it comes to meal one, guys, and when we break our fast, it's very, very important of what nutrients we put in our body. For many reasons, when it comes to insulin response, when it comes to controlling our calories, and when it comes to overall adherence. So if we start eating very high carbs, very high sugary foods, the first meal, number one, you're going to be hungry very, very soon. They're going to be very calorie dense, and it's going to make it very hard to control your calories later on. And most likely you're going to get an energy dip in the afternoon because you're just spiking your blood sugars very, very high. So what I want you to do, guys, is focus on nutrient dense foods when you break your fast. Ideally fat, fiber, and protein. I add on lots of recipes on our Instagram, guys, if you want to check it out, at Physique Level Up on how we break our fast, or at 25.25.50 diet on Instagram. We put loads of recipes on how we break our fast, so it's very, very easy for you to track that. Fat, fiber, and protein is going to keep yourself very satiated and keep your blood sugar stable, so it's going to be very easy to start losing body fat. I highly recommend some protein shakes, some protein yogurts, some eggs, maybe some avocados, or even some steak, some meats. If you are a massive beef lover, then I highly recommend this. There's nothing wrong with this. Then I highly recommend this. Following this approach, you're going to feel like a champion and make fat loss very, very easy. Having some fruits in the morning, getting your protein in, and making sure, guys, you're tracking your calories throughout. But you want to make sure when you are breaking your fast, you don't want to have too many calories. Go for around 25% of your calorie intake, because you do want to save the majority for the evening, because if any emergencies come up, or any events come up, or if you're going out for dinners, if we start off on very high calories, and then you're left with none in the evening or left at none at night, it's going to be very difficult. From this point, once you have consumed your first meal, if you are having fat, fiber, and protein, you will not be hungry for at least 3 to 4 hours. It's very, very satiating. So now we're going to be going into a late lunch. Because we've been intermittent fasting and we've missed the first meal, you've had a brunch to begin, breaking your fast to meal one, like a brunch as I like to say, and then we've got our late lunch in position, which might be around 3 or 4 o'clock. On this point, guys, again, I want you to have a very similar meal to your meal one. You can bring in some carbs from this point if you do want. You can get some carbs from some fruits, or you can bring in some rice at this point as well, or you can bring in some wraps. Okay, this will keep yourself going to go towards the big king's dinner when it comes to the evening time. So you can have some chicken salad with some fruit. You can have a high protein smoothie with some oats and some fruits. You can have some chicken wraps. You can have a prawn stir fry. This will be very, very easy, guys, for yourself to stick to. And this is a great late lunch option. Again, very high protein that we do need to focus on, because we need to make sure that you're hitting your protein targets, and it's going to make it very, very easy to keep yourself full and controlling your calories if we go for high protein. So we've had 2 meals from this point, and now we have 1 meal left. You're getting back from work, or you're getting back from the gym, or maybe you're heading out for a work event. Now we can actually go out and eat, which is absolutely fine, with a team, with your partner, or you want to cook from home. Because we've been intermittent fasting, you're still going to have a lot of calories left. Again, guys, we still want to focus on nutrient dense food, focus on health aspects and feeding the body correctly. Again, to keep your blood sugar stable, making yourself feel great and feel healthy, we want to get lean in this protocol, but making sure also that we are getting in some carbs in this meal. The reason why, guys, we've kept carbs a little bit lower throughout the day to control energy. Now we want to pump in the carbs just to make sure that we are getting some good quality carbs in to enhance our training performance. So some good quality carbs, we can go for some pastas, some rice, some tortilla wraps, some potatoes. Some great meals would be steak and potatoes, chicken stir fries, chicken wraps, maybe some enchiladas. You can even have a pizza with high protein on it if you did want to make this homemade, with lots of chicken on top or some ham. Really filling up on the protein again, guys, but having a high carb meal at dinner time. This is going to really replenish your stores, and also you will be running off the carbs the next day through your fast in the morning. So it's very important, guys, that we're not going low carb as well in the evening, because otherwise we're going to be going into some form of keto diet, and then you're going to actually start fatiguing. Carbs are okay, guys, when it comes to fat loss, when calories are controlled. Carbs are okay, but we must control our calories. But I do want you now to have some carbs in your last meal, as we now have been intermittent fasting, keeping the carbs a little bit lower. When you are fasting, the world is your oyster. You can eat as a family, having your spag bowls, having your enchiladas, having your potatoes and chicken. The world is your oyster when you're intermittent fasting. If we're eating like a bodybuilder, 6 meals a day, you're going to be eating on your own, you're going to be going out in restaurants and taking Tupperware. It's going to be very, very unrealistic. This is a very easy framework, guys, for fat loss. 3 meals per day, saving the carbs for the evening, intermittent fasting, no food for about 4 to 5 hours after waking, sticking to 3 meals per day. Apply this for your routine for success. It's going to be very, very easy and sustainable, and to make sure that you still have a social life and you're not absolutely tied to your diet. So let me know how you get on, guys, and hopefully this helps.